Hong Kong, Yau Ma Tei District, summer 1962. Behind a faded door, halfway up a concrete staircase, Ip Man's Wing Chun school operates in deliberate obscurity. The training space is modest, wooden floors worn smooth by decades of footwork, white walls marked with stories of thousands of hours of practice. No mirrors, no equipment beyond a wooden dummy standing in the corner. This is not a commercial gymnasium. This is a temple of refinement. Ip Man stands in the center, watching a 60-year-old businessman practice Shu Nim Tao, the first form. His movements are careful, still searching for the relaxation that makes Wing Chun effective. Softer, Yip Man says quietly in Cantonese. You are fighting yourself. Your own tension is your opponent. 7 other students practice Chi Sao, sticky hands, the sensitivity training that is Wing Chun's heartbeat. The sound is rhythmic, hands meeting, redirecting, seeking openings. Ip Man moves between them like a chess master, reviewing multiple games simultaneously. He is 50 years old this summer. He moves with the economy of someone who has eliminated every unnecessary motion. When he demonstrates a technique, it looks simple, almost casual. Complexity is the refuge of those who haven't found the essential truth. The door opens. Nobody knocks. It simply swings inward with confidence bordering on aggression. A young man enters, early 20s, compact build, radiating physical confidence that comes from absolute mastery of one's body. He wears simple cotton pants and a sleeveless shirt revealing arms defined by years of brutal training. His face is boyish, but his eyes carry something harder. This is Jackie Chan. He has recently finished his training at the China Drama Academy, the brutal Peking opera school where children are transformed into human weapons. 10 years of acrobatics, tumbling, weapons training, theatrical combat. 10 years of learning that flashy impresses audiences, and that impressing audiences is survival. He walks into Ip Man's school like a general inspecting conquered territory. Jackie surveys the room with barely concealed amusement. He watches the elderly student struggle through forms. He observes Chi Sao practice. To eyes trained in Peking opera's explosive dynamism, this looks like old people playing patty cake. Is this the famous Wing Chun school? Jackie asks, his voice carrying that particular tone of question that is really statement. Ip Man turns slowly. His face shows nothing. This is a Wing Chun school. I don't know about famous. I was told Ip Man teaches here, the master who trained Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee trained here for a time, Ip Man confirms, before he went to America. And you teach this? Jackie gestures at the students. This is the style that created Bruce Lee? Jackie laughs. Not cruel, but dismissive. I've been training for 15 years. Peking Opera School, northern styles, southern styles, weapons, acrobatics. I've studied with masters who can do things that seem impossible. He pauses. This doesn't look like much. A senior student steps forward, but Ip Man raises one hand slightly, a gesture so minimal it barely qualifies as movement. The student stops immediately. What brings you here? Ip Man asks, genuinely interested. Curiosity. I wanted to see this Wing Chun everyone talks about. Jackie demonstrates a quick series of movements. A jumping kick, a spinning back fist, a theatrical flourish showcasing perfect balance. His execution is flawless. In real fighting, you need speed, power, aggression. What I see here looks like Tai Chi. Old people exercise, not fighting. The room goes silent. Ip Man nods slowly, as if Jackie has made a reasonable point. You believe Wing Chun is ineffective? I believe what works in real fighting is what I've learned. Direct, powerful, fast. Not this sticking hands, touching game. Would you like to understand differently? It's not a challenge. No aggression, no ego. Simply an offer. Jackie's smile widens. I would like to understand. Ip Man gestures to the center. Students quickly clear the space. Jackie moves with fluid grace, loosening his shoulders, bouncing lightly. This is his element. Ip Man walks to the cleared space with no warm-up, no preparation. He simply stands there, feet shoulder-width apart, hands relaxed. He looks like a man waiting for a bus. What are the rules? Jackie asks. No rules. Show me what you believe works in real fighting. You're sure? I don't want to hurt you. You're older. I appreciate your concern. Please, show me your real fighting. Jackie attacks. His technique is textbook perfect. A lead jab to establish distance, followed by a powerful cross, then a low kick. The combination flows with practiced precision. Speed, power, correct form. Everything his masters taught him. Ip Man's response looks like no response at all. His hands come up, not dramatic blocks, just small, efficient movements. Jackie's jab encounters Ip Man's hand, but instead of blocking force with force, it simply redirects the punch past his head with minimal contact. The cross meets the same fate. By the time Jackie's kick arrives, Yip Man has shifted just enough that the kick finds only air. To observers, it looks like Jackie missed. To Jackie, it feels like hitting smoke. He resets, tries again, faster, more committed. High punch, low punch, middle kick, spinning back fist. 4 attacks in less than 2 seconds. Ip Man moves minimally. His feet barely shuffle. His hands rise only inches. But somehow, Jackie's attacks encounter nothing solid. Jackie steps back, breathing harder. You're just defending. You're not fighting. I'm listening. Your body tells me what you're about to do before you do it. I'm simply not being where your attacks arrive. That's not fighting. That's running away. Would you like me to show you the difference? Jackie nods. Yes, attack me again. Full commitment this time. Don't hold back. Jackie launches forward with everything. A front kick aimed at Ip Man's midsection, thrown with full power. The kind of kick that ends fights. What happens next happens too fast to track. Ip Man doesn't block the kick. He steps forward and slightly to the side, moving inside the kick's power arc. His right hand gently makes contact with Jackie's extended leg, redirecting its momentum. Jackie's own power works against him. His balance compromises. For a fraction of a second, he's vulnerable. In that fraction, Ip Man's left hand extends forward. Not a punch, more like gently pushing a door. His palm makes contact with Jackie's chest, just over the solar plexus. The sound is soft, a dull thump. Jackie's eyes go wide. His body lifts. This 150-pound young man, conditioned by 15 years of brutal training, lifts off the ground and travels backward 3 feet before catching himself against the wall. His hand presses against his chest where Ip Man touched him. He's not hurt, but something happened that he cannot process. It felt like being hit by a gentle car. The room is absolutely silent. What? Jackie starts, then stops. This is Wing Chun, Ip Man says quietly. Not the movements, the principles. You attacked with commitment, which was good, but your commitment was to the technique, not to the target. You were performing the kick, not using it. Jackie pushes off the wall. Again, this time I won't redirect. I'll show you the difference between meeting force with force and meeting force with structure. Jackie throws a straight punch, hard and fast, aimed at Ip Man's face. Ip Man's hand rises and meets Jackie's incoming fist directly. Not a block. His hand simply occupies the space and refuses to be moved. Jackie's punch stops completely. Dead in the air, the force rebounds through his arm, up his shoulder. It feels like punching a brick wall that gave the energy back. In that moment of disruption, Ip Man's other hand rises and arrives at Jackie's chest. This time the push is different, almost gentle, but Jackie's entire body structure collapses. His legs buckle and he sits down hard on the floor, not thrown, not struck down. His structure simply stops supporting him. Jackie sits there, staring up at the master who hasn't broken a sweat. Do you understand now? Ip Man asks. Jackie doesn't answer. He's replaying the last 3 minutes, trying to reconcile what he experienced with what he thought he knew. In his entire life, he has never felt so completely neutralized. I don't understand, Jackie admits quietly. How is that possible? Ip Man extends his hand. Jackie takes it, and the master pulls him to his feet. Come, let me show you. What follows is not a fight, it's a lesson. Ip Man demonstrates the principles that make Wing Chun effective. The stance creating stable power from any position. Centerline theory allowing defense and attack simultaneously. Chi-Sao training, reflexive sensitivity that allows response without thought. But more than technique, he teaches concept. You train to be impressive, Ip Man explains. To flip, to spin, to perform. These skills have value in opera, in film, but in fighting, impressive is often inefficient. He has Jackie throw another punch, then shows how Jackie telegraphs intention, the slight drawing back of shoulder, the small weight shift, the tightening of jaw. Your body announces your attack before your fist moves. This gives your opponent time to respond. Wing Chun eliminates announcement. We strike from where our hands already are. He demonstrates, his hand shooting forward from relaxed position with shocking speed. No wind-up, no preparation, just sudden explosive movement. He stops an inch from Jackie's face. You see, no warning. For 30 minutes, Ip Man teaches. Jackie listens, no longer the confident challenger, but the humble student. Ip Man explains how Jackie's acrobatic kicks, while beautiful, leave him vulnerable and off balance. He shows how Wing Chun's low kicks attack support structures, knees, shins, ankles, while maintaining balance. You train to fight in the air. We train to control the ground. Whoever controls the ground controls the fight. Jackie tries the wooden dummy, his first attempt sloppy. Simpler, Ip Man corrects. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Why make it curved? Jackie tries again. Simpler, more direct. Ip Man nods approval. As the lesson continues, something shifts in Jackie Chan. The defensiveness dissolves. The need to prove himself evaporates. Sifu, Jackie says, using the respectful term. I apologize. I was arrogant when I arrived. Ip Man waves it away. You were confident. Confidence is good. It becomes arrogance only when it closes your mind to learning. Your mind is open now. Can I train here? Ip Man considers this. You can visit, train with us sometimes, but continue your path with your peaking opera skills. What I can teach you is how to make that foundation more effective." He pauses. "You will do action films, I think, someday." Jackie looks surprised. "How do you know?" "You move like someone who wants to be seen." That is not a criticism. The world needs performers. But if you combine your performance skills with real understanding of combat principles, you will create something new, something never seen in cinema. This prediction will prove remarkably accurate. The most important lesson, Ip Man says, is this: real skill doesn't need to be proven. It simply exists. If you must constantly demonstrate your ability, you are trying to convince yourself as much as others. He looks directly at Jackie. "You are skilled, genuinely skilled. Now learn to be skilled without needing anyone to acknowledge it." Jackie bows deeply. "Thank you, Sifu. I will remember this." "I know you will. Now go. Practice what you've learned. Come back when you have questions." Jackie bows again and leaves. The school returns to normal rhythm. Later, the senior student approaches Ip Man. "Sifu, that young man was very disrespectful when he arrived." "Yes, but you showed him great patience." "Why?" "Because he had the courage to question, which means he had the capacity to learn. Many are disrespectful because they are closed-minded. He was disrespectful because he had not yet encountered something that challenged his understanding." Ip Man pauses. "Now he has, and he responded with openness. That is rare." "Also," Ip Man adds with the slightest smile, "he will do great things someday. The world will know his name." Years later, Jackie Chan will tell versions of this story. He will describe his youthful arrogance and Ip Man's patient teaching. He will talk about how those 3 minutes changed his entire approach to martial arts and influenced every fight scene he choreographed. He will explain how Ip Man taught him that real power comes not from spectacular techniques, but from understanding principles, structure, centerline, economy of motion, sensitivity. And he will always end these stories the same way. "I walked into that school thinking I knew everything. I left knowing I knew nothing, and that was the beginning of my real education." The lesson Ip Man taught Jackie Chan that day was not about Wing Chun versus Peking opera, or traditional versus modern. It was about the difference between performance and reality, between impressive and effective, between proving yourself and improving yourself. 3 minutes that changed a life. 3 minutes that, through Jackie Chan's subsequent career, influenced action cinema worldwide. 3 minutes that demonstrated what real martial arts teaching looks like when ego is absent and understanding is present. This is the story of 3 minutes that lasted a lifetime. This is the story of what happens when pride meets humility and wisdom transforms both. This is the story Bruce Lee's master never told, but Jackie Chan never forgot.